I have never played Dungeons and Dragons. I don't have any friends that know how to play it, so I can't really learn from anyone. And I'm kind of introverted, so I don't want to go out and meet new people and introduce myself and then play with them. So I had a pretty. I think it's a pretty good idea. Okay, let's pause here. It's a dumb idea. I basically want to replace people and instead roll dice with robots and go on fantastical adventures with robots. And maybe sprinkle in some central roleplay with a robot who's pretending to be a human, who's pretending to be an elf. And then there's the grey area of an AI not being able to produce original content. So what kind of story would the DM create? How generic would it be? And what kind of slop is it going to say? Well, you just have to wait and find out. And so, with a basic character created, I embarked on my first ever Dungeons and Dragons game.
Great choice with Aaron the Elf Wizard. We can dive right into the adventure.
Yes, sir.
As you stand at the edge of a bustling town square in Eldenwood, the sun begins
music.
to dip below the
I thought music
horizon,
really.
casting golden hues over cobblestone streets. Stalls filled with colorful trinkets and aromatic foods line the square, while
When I got-
townsfolk bustle
I got
about
a-
finishing their day's errands. A gentle breeze carries whispers of gossip and laughter. You notice a few things: a mysterious figure cloaked in shadows leaning against a stone wall, a group of excited children gathered around a street performer juggling flaming torches, and an old man at a stall selling scrolls and magical components. What would you like to do?
Okay. Already there's a lot of dialogue. Shit, I wasn't really listening. I guess I would like to. I think you said that there was a guy selling scrolls or something, some sort of wizard. I want to go talk to the wizard. Maybe I can buy something off him, because I am a wizard myself, right?
Ah, the old man at the stall selling scrolls and magical components. You approach him, weaving through the lively crowd. As you get closer, you see a wooden cart filled with various items: dusty
Okay.
scrolls, shimmering potions, and an assortment of peculiar trinkets. The old man looks up from his wares, his eyes twinkling with a hint of mischief. Ah, a fellow wizard! Come to barter or just admire my fine collection? He asks with a toothy grin. His voice is warm but raspy, like dry leaves rustling in the wind. What would you like to ask him or buy?
Ooh, okay, so I mean, I don't think I have money, right? I just started the game, so maybe I'll ask about if there's any quests or anything. Hello, wizard. My name is Aaron, and I too am a wizard. I want to know if there's anywhere I can go to find out more about quests, or like, have you heard anything that is interesting that that a fellow wizard might find interesting? I'm really digging the music.
The old man strokes his beard thoughtfully, his eyes narrowing as he sizes you up. Aaron, eh? Well met. As for quests, well, I've heard some whispers among the townsfolk, he says, leaning in closer, lowering his voice conspiratorially. Rumor has it that a powerful artifact, a crystal of arcane whispers, was recently stolen from a nearby ruin. It's said to amplify a wizard's magic immensely. But be warned, it's currently in the possession of a rather nasty band of brigands, holed up in the Whispering Caves. He straightens up, his expression turning serious. If you're brave enough to retrieve it, I might have some scrolls or potions to aid you in your endeavor. What do you want to do? Ask more about the artifact, inquire about items he might sell for this quest, or something else.
Okay, wizard boy. Tell me more about this artifact. Well, I'm a wizard myself, so would I want to keep this? Like, what does it do? And what would you like for it? Am I supposed to make a voice like that's different from my own? I don't know.
The old man nods appreciatively at your enthusiasm. Ah, the Crystal of Arcane Whispers is a legendary gem imbued with ancient magic. It can amplify your spells, making them more potent and harder to resist. Imagine casting a fireball that leaves no stone unturned, or perhaps conjuring illusions that are indistinguishable from reality. He leans back, a glint in his eye. As for what I would want in exchange, well, let's just say that good deeds deserve rewards. If you were to retrieve the crystal and bring it back to me, I'd be more than happy to part with some valuable scrolls or potions that could assist you on your journey. He pauses for effect, then adds with a grin, Of course, if you happen to find any rare magical components along the way, those would also pique my interest. What do you think? Would you like to take on this quest for the artifact? Or do you have more questions before deciding?
Okay. I've decided that my elf, I'm gonna sound like an old man because that's kind of the only accent that I can make. So we'll go with that. Yes, that sounds very interesting. But I'm afraid I can't do this quest alone. Whereabouts can I find some fellow companions to assist me on such endeavors?
The old man chuckles softly, his eyes twinkling with understanding. Ah, a wise wizard knows the value of companions. In fact, you might find potential allies at the Wandering Wyvern, the tavern just down the street. It's a popular spot for adventurers and those seeking fortune or fame. Perfect for recruiting some brave souls. He gestures down the bustling square, where you can see a warm glow emanating from the tavern's windows and hear the laughter spilling out into the street. Just be sure to choose wisely, he advises. Not all who drink together are meant to adventure together. With your quest in mind and potential allies waiting nearby, what would you like to do? Head to the Wandering Wyvern or explore something else first?
Ooh, yeah, I think so. We'll go to the Wandering Wyvern. And then, so I'm a wizard, right? So we're gonna look for a tank, and I'm guessing wizards are like damage dealers. So we need a tank and a healer, like a bard, right? Okay. Let's head over to the what's it called? Sliving Wyvern, the barkeep place, and we'll look for some companions.
You make your way to the Wandering Wyvern, the lively tavern that stands just a short walk from the town square. As you push open the heavy wooden door, a wave of warmth and the scent of roasted meats greets you. The interior is bustling with patrons, adventurers swapping tales, locals enjoying their drinks, and a minstrel strumming a cheerful tune in one corner. The tavern's wooden beams are adorned with various trophies, shields, hunting gear, and even an old dragon skull. Hopefully not too recent. You spot a long bar lined with stools where a burly barkeep is pouring mugs of frothy ale. At several tables, you see groups chatting animatedly. One table has rugged-looking warriors sharing a laugh. Another holds a cloaked figure deep in conversation with an elf whose eyes shine with excitement. Where would you like to go? Talk to the barkeep, approach one of the tables for potential companions, or perhaps check out something else in the tavern.
I really like the AI voice. This is a really good storytelling voice, right? Okay, I want to scan the tavern and look for potential teammates, right? Ideally, I'm looking for some sort of burly strongman tank and a supportive character. And I'm guessing if I can't find anything, there was a table of was like big soldiers or whatever. So I think I'll approach them, see if one of them can accompany me on the quest.
You scan the bustling tavern, taking in the diverse crowd. Your keen elven eyes quickly spot a few potential candidates. 1. ***, the Rugged Warriors. At one table, a pair of burly fighters are sharing stories. One has a thick beard and muscles that could make a minotaur jealous. The other is leaner, but looks quick and agile. They seem to be in high spirits. Definitely the strongman type. 2. Asterisk asterisk, the cloaked figure. In another corner, the cloaked figure you noticed earlier appears to be engrossed in conversation with an elf who is gesturing animatedly, likely discussing spells or potions. This elf looks more scholarly but has an air of supportiveness about them. 3. Asterisk asterisk, a half-orc bard. Near the bar, a half-orc with a lute is entertaining patrons with lively songs and tales. While not exactly a traditional tank or healer, their charm might win you some allies. Which group catches your eye for potential teammates? Would you like to approach the rugged warriors, the cloaked figure, and their elf companion, or perhaps strike up a chat with the bard?
I approached the table with the two fighters, and I lean in and I talk in a low voice because I'm trying to keep everything a secret still. You know, we don't want people catching on to what we're trying to do. So I lean over and I say, "Gentlemen," I think I just changed my voice. "Gentlemen, are you in need of any quick cash? I believe I have something special, a sort of quest that we can go on to. I require one of your assistance, and I'm willing to pay a fine fee for it as well. What do you say?" Yeah, I completely changed whatever accent that I was trying to do before. Let's see what happens.
The two warriors pause mid-laugh, turning their attention to you. The bearded one raises an eyebrow, clearly intrigued, while the leaner fighter leans forward, a grin spreading across his face. "Quick cash, you say?" The bearded one replies in a deep voice that carries a hint of skepticism. "What sort of special quest are we talking about?" The leaner warrior's eyes sparkle with excitement. "A treasure hunt! Monsters slain! I'm all ears!" You feel their curiosity growing, but also sense they're gauging your seriousness. The tavern's chatter swirls around you, and the atmosphere feels charged with possibility. How do you want to respond? Give them more details about the quest for the artifact, or maybe try to negotiate terms right away?
Ooh. Right, so like, on one hand, if we give out too many details, they might ask for even more, money or whatever, right? I don't even have money. And then on the other hand, if I try to, bargain with them, maybe settle on a fee first. I'm just gonna talk about. We'll be full clarity, right? We'll tell them everything. Okay, I would like to tell the two of them about the quest. And I want to suggest whoever is willing, one of the two, not both, because I don't need both. Whoever is willing to join me on this quest will receive 15% of whatever profits that we may find along the way. 15 is reasonable, okay? Because we're trying to get another companion as well. I don't want to give out too much, right? This is pretty fun. I'm having a fun time. It's kind of breaking my head a bit. Just like envisioning what's going on and shit.
You lean in closer, lowering your voice further to maintain an air of secrecy.
Yes,
Gentlemen, here's the deal. I'm on a quest to retrieve a powerful artifact known as the Crystal of Arcane Whispers, currently in the hands of some brigands hiding in the Whispering Caves. I need a strong companion to help me retrieve it. You pause for effect, letting your words sink in before continuing. I'm offering 15% of any profits we find along the way, whether it's treasure or magical items. The bearded warrior exchanges glances with his friend, then looks back at you. A crystal? Sounds interesting, he says, scratching his beard thoughtfully. The leaner one nods vigorously. Count me in, I could use a bit of adventure. The bearded man looks you over for a moment longer before responding. I might join too, but let's be clear, I'll need my share up front if we're facing danger. With one warrior ready to commit and the other wavering, how would you like to proceed? Would you like to negotiate further or finalize your choice?
Okay, I'm moving the table up. I think that... I mean, we already have one guy that's already willing to go in. I don't think we need to... fuck the other guy, right? I completely ignore the guy that's wavering, and I lean into the one that's willing to jump onto this adventure, because, you know, I like his personality and his vibe. And I whisper to him, wait. You seem like a fellow that yearns for adventure. I think we would make a great team. How about you, me? We team up, and we go over and chat up this bard fellow over there, singing along to his tunes. Because I think the two of us can do some real good damage. Me being a wizard, you being, you know, an athletic beast. Yeah. I think that we would. I think we would benefit a lot from having a bard on our team. Or what say you?
The lean warrior's eyes light up as you mention the bard. Now that's a brilliant idea. A bard can lift our spirits and charm any trouble we run into. Plus, I hear they can pack quite a punch with those instruments. He grins, clearly excited about the prospect of adventure. Together, you make your way to the bar where the half-orc bard is strumming his lute, captivating a small audience with a lively song about brave heroes and their conquests. As you approach, he finishes with a flourish and bows, receiving applause from his fans. With your new companion beside you, what would you like to say or do? Introduce yourselves to the bard, or maybe ask him something specific.
Greetings. This voice. Greetings, Mr. Bard. My name is Aaron, and me and my friend here, we have an interesting proposition for you. It seems that you enjoy going on adventures and finding new inspirations for your songs. And it seems you enjoy dangerous missions. So, how about we team up? I have a quest that I am in need of a bard for, and I would like to enlist your service. How about this? I'll give you 10% of whatever rewards we receive for this quest, and I promise you that you will, what am I saying? That you will get a brilliant song out of this as well. How about it? Okay, I guess we can read some of our...
the half-orc bard perks up at your introduction, his eyes sparkling with interest.
Yes.
Ah, Aaron, a wizard with a flair for theatrics, I like it. He leans forward, resting his lute against the bar. A quest, you say? Count me intrigued. When you mention the reward and the promise of a brilliant song, he chuckles heartily. 10%, eh?
He
well,
loves it.
that sounds fair enough for a spot of adventure. And who doesn't love a good tale to sing about later?
Yes,
He gives you a mock-serious look. But tell me more about this quest of yours. What danger are we getting into? Are there monsters involved? Because if so, I'll need to warm up my battle ballads. What would you like to share with him about the quest? You could give more details about the Crystal of Arcane Whispers, or perhaps address any specific concerns he might have.
Okay. BRB, I'm gonna get some water. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm back, and it's not water, but I've got this. It's corn milk. Corn milk. It's like a sweet Vietnamese drink, pretty much. This tastes like corn and condensed milk, but it's delicious. Okay. I look at the bard with a big, complete smile, grinning cheek to cheek, and I say, "Fantastic! I love a man who is quick to action, and I'm loving your enthusiasm. Now we're going on a quest for a crystal that will amplify any attacks and spells that a wizard may use. This is sure to fetch quite a sum. As for details of the battles that will go on, yes, we will be fighting. I think they were called Billigans or something like that. I believe they are fairly easy to dispose of. But yes, warm up your ballad, your singing voice. Do a couple of me-me-me's and ma-ma-ma's, you know, and warm up that beautiful voice of yours, because we're going to be needing it. I'm really getting into this.
The bard chuckles, clearly enjoying your enthusiasm as well. A crystal that amplifies magic. Oh, I can already hear the ballads singing themselves. The mighty wizard and his trusty bard, a duo for the ages. He stretches his arms, warming up with exaggerated movements. As for the brigands, Billigans, you say? I'm sure we'll handle them with flair. Maybe I'll even compose a heroic anthem about it, he adds with a wink.
Yes, sir.
Just point me in the right direction, and I'll be ready to charm both foes and friends alike. He flashes you a confident grin. With your team now set, a burly warrior and an enthusiastic bard, you've got quite the adventure ahead. What would you like to do next? Discuss strategy, gather supplies, or head out toward the Whispering Caves?
This guy needs to shut the fuck up, because what I want to do, as a group, we're gonna go out and get some more information from the wizard about this quest. We're gonna find out a whole bunch of things, like, you know, quest location, where do we go, stuff like that, right? And while we're walking outside of the tavern, I want to start introducing myself to my teammates. So as I said before, my name is Aaron, and I'm an elf wizard. Please, what is your name? Looking at the bard. And I want to know more about yourself. You too, warrior. Pointing at, gesturing at the warrior as well.
As you step outside the Wandering Wyvern, the cool night air greets you, invigorating your spirits. You turn to your new companions with a friendly smile. So, as I said before, my name is Aaron, and I'm an elf wizard. Please, what are your names?
Sure.
The bard grins broadly and gives a little flourish with his lute. I'm Thalor the Melody Maker. Just Thalor will do. My mother says I have a way with words and tunes. He chuckles. And you can bet I'll be capturing our adventures in song. Next, you turn to the warrior. He stands tall and proud, crossing his arms as he introduces himself. I'm Garen, he says in a deep voice.
Garen,
a fighter by trade. If it involves brawn or blades, I'm your man. He smirks slightly, adding, just don't let him sing too loudly when we're sneaking up on our enemies. With introductions out of the way and camaraderie beginning to form among your trio, where would you like to go next? Back to the wizard for more information about the quest, or perhaps explore another lead in town?
Okay, the three of us walk over to the wizard, and I get his attention, and I say, Wizard old boy, I am back, and I've assembled a strong team. Now, I would like to know more about this quest of yours. What what leads do you have the on the location where I might find the crystal? And also, what what monsters or foes might I expect on the way there?
The old wizard looks pleasantly surprised as you approach with your newly formed team. Ah, back so soon, are we? And with companions in tow? Excellent! He leans forward, resting his chin on his hands. Now, the crystal of arcane whispers lies deep within the Whispering Caves, he explains. You'll find them a few miles northeast of here, just past the Forest of Shadows. As for foes, those brigands have been known to be crafty and may have traps laid out for unwelcome guests. They tend to travel in small groups but can be quite resourceful. He pauses for a moment, scratching his beard thoughtfully. I also hear whispers of strange creatures lurking in the caves themselves. Perhaps shadow beasts or enchanted guardians. Be prepared for anything.
Hey,
With that
spoiler
information fresh in your minds, is there anything else you'd like to ask the wizard or perhaps prepare before heading off? Supplies? Strategies?
I wasn't exactly listening, so where do we have to go? Whispering Caves, okay. We find them a few miles northeast of here. Just past the Forest of Shadows. Okay, so me and the boys, we head over to the Forest of Shadows, I guess. Yeah. Start walking there, see what we find.
You set off toward the Forest of Shadows, your group moving with a blend of excitement and determination. The sun dips lower in the sky, casting elongated shadows that dance across the path ahead.
Ooh, it's
the
getting
air grows
dark, okay.
cooler as you approach the edge of the forest, where towering trees with twisted branches loom above, their leaves whispering secrets to one another. As you enter, the light filters through the canopy in scattered beams, creating an eerie yet enchanting atmosphere. Birds chirp faintly in the distance, but there's an unsettling quiet that suggests you're not alone. After a few minutes of walking along a narrow trail, you spot a flickering light between the trees, perhaps a campfire or some other source of illumination. As you draw closer, you can hear hushed voices discussing something just out of sight. What would you like to do? Approach stealthily to listen in on the conversation, confront whoever is there, or maybe try to find another route.
Okay, I look at Garen and I look at Thalon and I say to them, it seems like someone or something over there is having a quiet conversation. So we need one of us to sneak over and listen in and see what's going on. Obviously, I don't want to do it, so let's, between the two of you, scissors, paper, rock, and the loser will have to sneak over and listen in on the conversation. Let's see what happens. Because my athletics is 0. Is that sneak? Wait. No, stealth. Oh, my stealth is +2. Oh, maybe I should have gone. Oh, because I'm an elf, right? Does that do anything? What weapons do I even have?
Garen raises an eyebrow, crossing his arms with a smirk. So, the wizard wants to assign us a task, does he? Well, how about we settle this with a little friendly competition? He glances at Thalor. Thalor chuckles and responds, I'm always up for a challenge. How about we roll for it?
It's good
He
vibes.
produces a small set of dice from his pouch.
He just
Whoever
has dice
rolls
on
the
him.
highest gets to sneak over and listen. The two take turns rolling the dice. Garen's roll lands with a thud, a solid 6. Thalor follows suit, rolling, a 10.
Ooh.
Looks like I'll be the one eavesdropping, Thalor exclaims, excitement bubbling in his voice.
Oh, the
As you
winner
watch him
eavesdrops.
prepare to stealthily
Okay.
move toward the
they
source of the
want to.
voices, he crouches low and nods back to you both. Keep an eye out for me. If anything goes south, make sure you come running. Thalor creeps off toward the flickering light. After what feels like an eternity of tense anticipation, he pauses and disappears behind a nearby tree. A moment passes before he quietly signals back to you. Thumbs up. What would you like to do while waiting for Thulor's report? Keep an eye on their surroundings, or perhaps discuss plans with Garen.
Okay. Ooh, okay. So what should I do? I'm gonna try climb on, because we're in a forest, right? Okay, so I'm gonna devise a plan with Garen. I'm gonna climb onto the tree, right? Onto one of the trees that overarches the flickering light and whatever conversation is happening. So I'm gonna climb onto there and see if I can listen in and maybe chuck some spells as well, right? And then, so I'm gonna tell Garen, listen here, Garen. I'm going to climb onto this tree and I'm gonna take a vantage point and see if I can blast any spells or just see what's going on there. I want you to circle around and cut off the exit, okay? If things go bad, I will be there to help you. Do you feel me? Come on, Garen. Gaza. I'll change the song. See if we can get something else. Pumped up kicks, what the heck? Enchanted.
Garen nods with a grin, clearly impressed by your plan. I like it! You'll be the eyes in the sky while I take position. Just be careful up there. Don't want to turn into an elven pancake if you slip. He gestures toward the other side of the flickering light where he plans to position himself. You start climbing the tree, feeling the rough bark against your hands as you ascend. With each careful movement, you find a sturdy branch that gives you a perfect vantage point over the scene below. From your perch, you can see two shadowy figures sitting around a small campfire, their faces obscured but their body language indicating they're deep in conversation. The light flickers, revealing bits of their attire, a mix of leather and chainmail. Definitely not friendly types. As Garen circles around to cut off their exit, you take a moment to listen closely. Their voices become clearer. If we get that crystal before anyone else, one figure mutters. The boss will reward us handsomely, the other replies with a low chuckle. With this information about their intentions now clear, what would you like to do next? Prepare a spell from above or signal Garen? Or perhaps something else entirely?
Ooh. Okay, fuck yeah, dude, fuck yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna prepare or try to cast this Ray of Frost. And then I'm also gonna signal to Garen. Oh, I guess my Ray of Frost will signal to him to start fighting. But so I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost. It says here the range is 60 foot. I guess I'm already on top of the tree. It's 1d8, so I'm gonna roll the d8. Okay, I got 4. Shit. What happens? Do I have to add anything? Do you need more information on my spell? That was my first roll, so that's pretty cool.
As you prepare to cast Ray of Frost, you channel your magical energy, focusing on one of the brigands below. The icy energy crackles in your hands as you let it fly. To resolve your spell, first we need to determine if your attack hits. You'll roll a d20 and add your spellcasting modifier, which is typically your intelligence modifier for wizards. If that total equals or exceeds their armor class, AC, then your spell hits. Go ahead and roll a d20 and let me know what you get.
Ooh, okay. Yes, sir. Rolling d20 right now. Holy shit, I got a 2. Plus my intelligence modifier, which is 2, so I rolled a 4 total. I don't think this hits. Ooh, we're at the peak of the enchanted song as well.
As you unleash your ray of frost from your high perch, the magical energy zips through the air. But unfortunately, it flies wide and misses its target completely.
Yep,
The icy
expected.
blast splatters harmlessly against a nearby tree, sending a shower of frost in all directions.
Oh, shit.
The brigands below look up in surprise, their eyes widening as they spot you perched above. Hey, get that wizard! One shouts, reaching for his weapon. At that moment, Garen springs into action, charging in to cut off their escape route. The surprise is on your side, but
yes,
now
sir,
the confrontation is inevitable. What would you like to do next? You could attempt another spell, jump down to join Garen in combat, or maybe think of another tactic.
Okay, I wanna... I'm gonna try cast Ray of Frost again, and while casting, I'm gonna yell, "Eat this, motherfucker!" Yeah.
With a burst of determination and perhaps a touch of theatrical flair, you focus your energy once more, readying another ray of frost. You channel your spell, shouting, "Eat this, motherfucker!" as you unleash the icy magic. Go ahead and roll a d20 to see if your attack hits this time. Don't forget to add your intelligence modifier again. Let's hope for a better roll.
Rolling. Ooh, fucking 19. Okay, I rolled a 19. Plus 2 for the modifier, so that's 21. Okay, surely hits. Surely.
That's an impressive roll. With your total of 21, you definitely hit your target. The icy energy shoots from your fingertips, striking the brigand squarely in the chest. Now, roll 1d8 for damage to see how much frost damage you deal. And remember, he might be slowed down a bit as well, due to the nature of Ray of Frost. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Beautiful. Okay, roll a d8. So, is this one here? Okay, I rolled a 6. And then quickly after shooting the Ray of Frost, I put up the middle finger and laugh at him.
The Ray of Frost strikes the brigand with a satisfying crack, encasing him in icy shards. He stumbles back, clearly taken aback by the force of your spell and your cheeky gesture. His face contorts in surprise and frustration. "You'll pay for that!" he shouts through gritted teeth. The icy magic slows him down significantly, making it harder for him to advance on you. Garen seizes the opportunity to charge forward, swinging his weapon at the other brigand, who's now also looking alarmed. With both combatants engaged in battle, Garen lands a solid hit. The first brigand is starting to look worse for wear. What would you like to do next? Continue casting spells from your tree perch, jump down to join Garen in melee combat, or maybe even try something clever?
Okay, so I have another spell called Shocking Grasp, and it's a cantrip, right? It says damage is 1d8, lightning damage. It also has a hit/DC of +4. I'm not sure what that means, but the range is touch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to charge the spell, jump down, and while jumping down, I'm gonna try touch him. And yeah, I touched the one that Garen just hit, so we can one-tap him, hopefully.
That's a bold move. As you leap down from the tree, you focus on channeling your Shocking Grasp spell. You aim for the brigand who's already been wounded by Garen, hoping to deliver a decisive blow. Since you're jumping into melee range, you'll need to roll a d20 and add your spellcasting modifier, which is +2, to see if you successfully touch him. If your total meets or exceeds his armor class, ACC, you'll deal damage. Go ahead and roll that d20.
Roll that d20. Okay. And see if we can touch him. Okay. Alrighty, rolling the d20. Ooh, I got 5 +2 for my intelligence modifier, so that's 7.
You dive down with gusto, aiming to touch the brigand with your shocking grasp. However, in the heat of the moment, he dodges just in time, and your fingers barely miss him. You
shit.
land gracefully, but a bit off balance, leaving you vulnerable for a moment. The brigand turns his attention to you now, eyes narrowed and ready to retaliate. Garen takes advantage of the distraction you created and swings at the other brigand again, landing another solid hit. Both brigands are looking worse for wear, but they're still standing, though they clearly don't like being outnumbered. What would you like to do next? Try another spell, engage in melee combat, or perhaps come up with a different plan?
Okay. Wait, this is fun, but they're not fighting back at all, I just realized. They're just kind of waiting for us to attack. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I think I have to modify the script somehow, but we'll do that later. For now, I'm going to yell at Thalor. Get the fuck out here, Thalor. And help us. Get in this action, man. Let's go. And then I shout at Garen. Keep your attention on the weaker one. We'll deal with the strong one later. I take... Ooh, I have an unarmed strike, so I'm gonna take my palm and I'm gonna strike the one that's closest to me. Okay. It says damage is just 1. So does that mean I don't roll anything? And the reach is 5 foot. So let me know if if I'm close enough, right? Looks like I can shove as well. And grapple. The fuck? Oh.
Your voice echoes through the forest as you call out to Thalor, urging him to join the fray. Garen nods at your tactical instructions, focusing on the weaker brigand. As for your unarmed strike, yes, you can make that attack against the closest brigand right now. Since it's an unarmed strike, you do indeed roll a d20 to see if you hit, and then you'll deal 1 damage if you succeed. Go ahead and roll that d20.
No damage. Jeez, why am I in the middle of this with my shitty unarmed strike? As well. Ooh. I hit a natural 20. Let's go.
A natural 20! That's a critical hit! As you deliver your unarmed strike, your palm connects with the brigand in a solid blow. With a flourish, you not only hit but do double damage. Roll 1d4 for damage, since an unarmed strike normally does 1d4, and remember to double that since it's a crit. Let's see how much damage you do.
Oh, wait, no. Okay. No, so my unarmed strike doesn't roll a 1d4, it just does 1 damage. So I'm guessing a crit would do 2 damage. Is that right?
You're absolutely correct. Since your unarmed strike does a flat 1 damage normally, with a critical hit, it deals 2 damage instead. As your palm strikes the brigand with surprising force, you see him stagger back, his expression shifting to one of disbelief. He's now clearly on the edge of defeat. The other brigand, still focused on Garen, looks even more desperate as he sees his companion faltering. What would you like to do next? Keep pressing your advantage, or maybe try something different?
Oh. Time for another Ray of Frost. I take a step back and charge my ability. Aiming at the brigand that's still standing, ignoring the one that fell down. Okay, how weak are these brigands? So I only dealt like 2 damage to him. Why is he on the ground already? You know?
You step back, gathering your magical energy for another ray of frost, aiming directly at the brigand who's still on his feet. You feel the chill build in your fingertips as you prepare to unleash the icy blast. Roll a d20 to see if you hit.
Ooh,
Remember to add your intelligence modifier, plus 2 to the roll. Let's see if you can freeze him out of this fight.
Oof. That's a 19 plus 2, so 21. Let's go. Kill him.
Another hit! With a total of 21, your Ray of Frost shoots out with precision, striking the remaining brigand squarely. Now roll 1d8 for damage to see how much frost damage you deal this time. Let's see if you can finish him off.
Okay. Ooh, I roll a fucking 8. Let's go.
With an impressive roll of 8, your ray of frost slams into the brigand, engulfing him in a torrent of icy magic. He gasps as the frost spreads across him, and with a shuddering breath, he collapses to the ground, unable to continue the fight. The clearing falls silent except for the sound of rustling leaves and your own heavy breathing. Garen looks at you with wide eyes, clearly impressed by your magical prowess. "That was incredible," he exclaims. As you catch your breath, you notice Thalor still hasn't shown up. It seems your dramatic call didn't quite have the desired effect. What would you like to do next? Investigate the brigand's belongings, search for Thalor, or something else entirely?
What? Okay. Okay. So... Okay, so I quickly start patting down, looking through the belongings of the brigands. I tell Garen to help me out with searching through their items, seeing if they have like money or anything like that, and then I also start interrogating one of the brigands. I want to know exactly how they found this information, why they know about the crystal. And yeah, I want to know who they are, who their boss is, what the fuck's going on. Tell me now.
As you and Garen begin rummaging through the brigand's belongings, you find a few interesting items. Some crude weapons, a handful of silver coins, and a tattered map with markings indicating various locations in the forest. No black money yet, but it looks like they were planning something. You approach the brigand, who's still breathing, albeit weakly, and begin your interrogation. "All right," you say firmly. "Who are you? Why do you want that crystal, and who's your boss?" The brigand groans, trying to gather his thoughts as he looks up at you. I can't tell you much, but we were sent by a man named Malakar. He's been looking for powerful artifacts, especially crystals." His voice is shaky but urgent. "We didn't know where to find it, just that it was here in the woods." Garen raises an eyebrow as he hears this information. The map in your hand flutters slightly in the breeze. "What would you like to do next?" "Keep pressing for more details. Check out that map further, or maybe look for Thalor again."
That's interesting. I guess I look at the brigand and I say, Who the fuck is Malakar? I want to know everything. What race is he? What class is he? How tall he is? Is he a he? You know, what are they wearing? What's going on? I want to know everything. And then I start pressing on one of the wounds. Okay.
The brigand winces as you press down on one of his wounds, clearly feeling the pressure of your interrogation. Okay, he gasps. "Malakar. He's a dark elf, a drow. I don't know much more than that. He's got powerful magic and he's tall, maybe around 6 feet. Dark hair, always wearing a hooded cloak. He commands a group of mercenaries and they're dangerous." He seems genuinely scared now, eyes darting around as if he expects Malakar to appear at any moment. "Please, I swear that's all I know." Garen glances at you, looking both impressed and a little concerned by your aggressive tactics.
Oh.
"What do you want to do next?" Continue interrogating him for more specifics. Check out that map further, or perhaps take some time to regroup and consider your next step.
Okay, so my boy Garen is kind of scared of me now, so let's stop interrogating. Okay, I look over to Garen and I'm like, do you have any idea who Malakar is? Oh fuck, I completely forgot. Thalon, man. I was supposed to be looking for this guy. What the hell happened to him? Garen
furrows his brow, thinking hard. Malakar? I've heard whispers in taverns about a drow mage with a thirst for powerful artifacts. They say he's been gathering followers and causing trouble in these parts. Dangerous man. He glances at the brigand, then back to you. If he's after that crystal, we should be careful. He takes a step closer to you, lowering his voice. If we confront Malachar, it won't just be us against him. We need a plan. The brigand shifts uncomfortably under your gaze, clearly nervous about the unfolding conversation. What would you like to do now? Keep interrogating the brigand for more details about Malachar, or perhaps discuss your next steps with Garin, or look over the map you found.
Okay, so I tell Garen to pick up the map and any belongings that he thinks is necessary for us to complete our adventure. Okay, and I start looking around, yelling, Thaylor, Thaylor! Come out, man! Stop hiding!
Garin nods, quickly gathering the map and a few silver coins from the brigand's belongings. He tucks them away with a look of determination. Let's make sure we're prepared, he says, eyeing the unconscious brigand cautiously. As you start calling for Thaylor, your voice carries through the trees. Thaylor, come out, man! Stop hiding! The echo of your shouts is met with a brief rustling sound nearby. Moments later, Thaylor appears from behind a tree, looking sheepish.
This bitch.
Was just assessing the situation. You two seem to have it handled. His eyes widen as he takes in the scene. The fallen brigands and Garen's spoils. Garin crosses his arms, raising an eyebrow at Thaylor. We could have used you earlier. Thaylor shrugs awkwardly, but seems ready to jump in now that things are calmer. What would you like to do next? Discuss your plan with Thaylor and Garin. Examine the map together, or perhaps ask more questions of the brigand.
Oh, okay, so I do want to look at the map. I huddle up with the two of them, and we look through the map together, eyeing every single detail, and I start pointing at locations, asking if they have any if Thaylor or Garin has any other information about these areas that might be necessary for the quest.
And you huddle closely with Garin and Thaylor, spreading the map out on the forest floor. The map is roughly drawn, with several locations marked in red ink, likely indicating points of interest or danger. Okay, you say, pointing at a location labeled the Forgotten Cave. Anyone know about this place? Garin glances at it and nods. I've heard stories. Rumors say it's home to old treasures, but also old traps. Best not to go in blind. You then point to another spot marked Whispering Glade. Thaylor leans in closer. That's where travelers claim they hear voices. Some say it's haunted. Others believe it's a place of power. We might find clues there about Malachar. Finally, your finger lands on a location labeled Ruins of Eldar. Both Thaylor and Garin exchange glances. Those ruins are said to be remnants of an ancient civilization, Thaylor explains. But they're also rumored to be crawling with beasts and bandits who don't take kindly to visitors. As you discuss these locations, the air feels thick with possibilities and dangers. What would you like to do next? Decide which location to explore first, gather more supplies from the brigands, or something else entirely?
Okay, I feel like I don't have a good spatial awareness or awareness of where the locations are in terms of where we are, right? Okay, so I think I'm gonna ask the DM directly, I guess. So we left the town and we're at the forest, right? And then our quest, we're going towards whatchamacallit, the cave of whatever to get that crystal. Are these spots on the way, or is this like out of the way? You know, because we're traveling north right now.
Great question. You're currently in a part of the forest heading north toward the Forgotten Cave, where you believe the crystal is located.
Yes.
The locations marked on the map are all somewhat in the vicinity, but not necessarily directly on your path. The *** Forgotten Cave, *** is your target. The asterisk Whispering Glade asterisk is slightly off to the east and could provide some interesting insights or dangers, but isn't a direct detour. The asterisk ruins of Eldar. Asterisk are further northwest, which might take you a bit out of your way. So while you can check out any of these spots, it will add time to your journey. What's your plan?
Interesting.
Head straight to the Forgotten Cave. Check out one of these other locations first or something else.
Yeah, so I think it looks like we need to find more clues about Malachar, right? Because it seems like this is going to be the big bad of the campaign, right? Whispering Glade was a place where it's believed to be haunted, and we might find clues of Malachar. Okay. Okay, so I tell my other team members, I'm on a high right now. I'm ready. I'm excited. I think you guys are excited. Let's do a quick detour to the Whispering Glades, because I think we need to find more information about Malachar, and that's what's important. How are you feeling? How hype are you? Are you ready to do this? Is this medieval pumped up kicks? Pumped up kicks.
Garen grins, clearly appreciating your enthusiasm. I'm in! If we can learn more about Malachar before heading to the cave, it might give us the edge we need. His eyes sparkle with adventure. Thalor, on the other hand, raises an eyebrow but nods. Whispering Glade it is, then. Just keep your wits about you. If it's haunted or magical, who knows what we'll find? He adjusts his gear, a hint of excitement creeping into his usually calm demeanor. You can feel the energy building among your group as you prepare to head towards the Whispering Glade.
Okay.
With everyone ready and hyped for this detour, you lead the way deeper into the forest toward your destination. The sounds of rustling leaves and distant animal calls fill the air around you. As you approach the glade, it becomes quieter, almost eerily so. You see faint flickers of light dancing among the trees ahead. What would you like to do? Proceed cautiously into the glade or take a moment to observe your surrounding?
Fuck it. Fuck observing. We are hyped. We don't have any thieves in our squad anyways. I turn to Thalon and I'm like, brother, play me the most popular hit song that you have of this century. We are going to jam out and not get scared of this haunted place. We're going to enjoy ourselves.
Thalor raises an eyebrow, clearly amused by your enthusiasm. All right, let's see if I can conjure something that'll keep the ghosts at bay. He pulls out his lute, strumming a few quick chords as he starts to sing a catchy tune about daring adventurers and glorious victories. The melody echoes through the trees. And despite the eerie atmosphere of the Whispering Glade, you and Garen can't help but join in with laughter and clapping. Your voices mix with Thalor's as you celebrate your adventure rather than fear it. As you jam out, the glade begins to come alive. Soft lights flicker closer, swirling around you like curious fireflies. They seem drawn to your music, dancing in rhythm with the song. It's a surreal moment, a delightful blend of magic and music.
Let's go.
Suddenly, one of the lights flares up brightly before revealing itself as a spectral figure, a translucent elven spirit. It seems intrigued by your merriment, but looks slightly confused. What do you want to do? Continue jamming and see how the spirit reacts? Or pause and address it directly?
Ooh. Okay. I like how the story is progressing. I am getting very tired. So I'm going to stop the game here. Stop the video here. I think it's pretty fun. I'm probably going to do some more of this later on down the line. But yeah, I think this is a pretty fun and good start to my D&D journey. Yeah, but I'm just exhausted from just so much talking and like thinking and talking, and I don't normally play games like this. Yeah. Thanks for watching.